Episode 9 is said to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises in this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing is for certain is that a lot of fans are really curious about exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to do with all of the different cameos, the flashback sequences, as well as the vision sequences that will be entering into this movie in order to conclude the Skywalker saga. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the characters of Anakin Skywalker and Kylo Ren. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren wielding Anakin's lightsaber hilt in the middle of a lightsaber duel between Rey, where it's described he begins to see micro visions of Anakin Skywalker, one of which includes a hooded Anakin wielding an ignited blue lightsaber and making a swing, where it's described to be a very brief glimpse of Anakin going through Kylo's mind. The next of which includes Anakin in a black robe, where his face appears to have many marks and scars. That includes the first phase of the vision of Anakin's hybrid Force ghost. It's said that during the battle begins, to hear voices of course, Anakin Skywalker through Kylo Ren, reaching out to him while holding the lightsaber hilt. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I am very intrigued about what J.J. Abrams is trying to do. Now, it seems as though that there is some kind of connection between both Kylo Ren, Rey, and the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. This is very similar to what we heard a couple of days ago about Anakin Skywalker reaching out to Rey during the lightsaber duel when she's using that lightsaber hilt against Kylo. Now, you guys may be aware that one of the sequences that were filmed between both Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley is that they were using opposite lightsabers, and it definitely does tie directly in to this concept art description of course, the Anakin Skywalker vision reaching out to, of course, Kylo Ren while he's holding the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber hilt. So it seems as though that something is happening with this hilt after Rey modified it, right? After she repaired it and did some kind of work to it, and it's going to have some design differences to it all. Now, the first little vision that Kylo Ren goes through, the first little glimpse of Anakin Skywalker is described to be Anakin with an actual black robe wielding a blue ignited lightsaber, making a swing toward Kylo before vanishing, and the other of which is Anakin Skywalker with marks and scars on his face, which is described to be the first phase of the Anakin Skywalker hybrid Force ghost in the form of a vision. Now, like I say, we do know that J.J. Abrams loves to do wild things when it comes to his movies and his TV series that he has worked on before in the past, and it seems as though that he will be applying those wild aspects into the Star Wars franchise with Episode 9. Again, like I say, the Beyond is going to be a great example of this, as well as the vision sequences ending up in this movie between both Rey and Kylo Ren. Now, to me, Anakin Skywalker is the true face of course, the Skywalker saga, as well as Darth Vader, so it's only proper to have him in this movie and to serve somewhat of a purpose to move some of the characters like Kylo Ren and Rey forward into this story. So when we look at Hayden Christensen, we know to this very day that there are negotiations in place in order to get him on board for some of the reshoots this April of 2019. Now, as of right now, they're only using old footage from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, as well as some CGI, in order to supplement those pieces of footage for Episode 9 for the Anakin Skywalker hybrid Force ghost, as well as other aspects as well. So this movie really does have a lot to offer, and it does have a lot of potential in order to be the best film of this current trilogy, not just because it's going to have a lot of nostalgia and a lot of fan service, but also because JJ is really trying to make a very unique and original story that's going to wrap up all 9 films together. And I think, honestly, guys, that has got to be one of the hardest jobs in the world. I cannot even imagine what JJ went through during filming this movie, while writing the script, and especially now that they are actually in post-production. You know, they just started not too long ago editing the movie and pretty much adding in all the special effects and doing all those crazy things. So Episode 9, you know, like I say, we're 10 months away from release. We're 33 days away from Star Wars Celebration. Things are really starting to take shape here with this movie, and we're going to be learning more and more about it as we go through the months of 2019. Now, to me, Episode 9 is a big risk for Disney and Lucasfilm. In my eyes, they have to get this movie right. They really do have to play their cards correctly with this movie in order to really make a majority of the Star Wars fans around the world very satisfied with how things are going to end in the Skywalker saga. And if you ask me, this movie really is going to make or break the Star Wars franchise. We do know that the future of the Star Wars franchise all depends on the success of Episode 9, not just with the box office, but also how it actually resonates with, a lot of the Star Wars fans, hardcore and casuals alike. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.